Food is a story. It's the story of who we are, where we've been, and who we've met. When you think of Indian food, what comes to mind? Maybe it's the fiery heat of a curry. Maybe it's the comforting warmth of a cup of chai. Maybe it's the fluffy texture of a naan bread. These are the flavors we have come to love, but many of these tastes have a surprising history. A history that travels across oceans and continents. A story tied to trade, conquest, and colonialism. It is not just spices leaving India. It is also ingredients arriving, changing how we eat. Centuries of exchange started it all. India has always been a crossroads. Traders from Arabia, traders from Persia, traders from beyond. They came for our pepper. They came for our cardamom. They came for our cinnamon. They did not only take spices, they left culinary footprints. When the Portuguese landed in Goa in the 16th century, they brought something that would set the Indian culinary world on fire. Literally, they brought the chili pepper from the Americas. It is hard to imagine, but before their arrival, the heat in Indian food came primarily from black pepper, long pepper. The chili was a game changer, potent, easy to grow in India's climate. It added a vibrant red color to dishes. Indian cooks embraced it with open arms. The fiery kick of chili became synonymous with Indian cuisine across the country. Mountains of Kashmir, coast of Kerala, a foreign import made utterly Indian. Chili was not the only traveler. They introduced the humble potato. Many Indians were skeptical at first. Batata, the Portuguese name, started to spread. It took time to find its place. Versatility won out. Fried. Long before the Europeans solidified their power, another empire left an indelible mark on India's food, particularly in the north. The Mughals, who ruled from the 16th to the 19th century, brought the opulent culinary traditions of Persia, Central Asia. This was not the food of simple stews, it was the food of emperors. Mughal cuisine was rich, aromatic, extravagant. They introduced a love for dried fruits and nuts, almonds, pistachios, raisins. They popularized cream yogurt ghee, creating velvety, luxurious gravies coating every bite with richness, a stark contrast to lighter, water-based curries. Masters of slow cooking perfected dum pukht, where food is sealed in a pot, cooked slowly in its own juices, allowing flavors to meld and deepen over hours. This method gave us some of the most iconic dishes in Indian cuisine. The glorious biryani, a layered masterpiece. While the French colonial presence in India was much smaller than that of the Portuguese or British, limited mainly to pockets like Pondicherry, their culinary kiss left a subtle but lasting impression. French cuisine is built on technique. They introduced the use of stocks and sauces to build flavor from the ground up. In Pondicherry, you can still find a unique Creole cuisine blending classic French cooking with Tamil spices. Dishes like salade russe get a local twist with regional vegetables. Classic fish stews are infused with tamarind. Classic fish stews are infused with coconut milk. It is a delicate, fascinating fusion. The French also refined baking techniques in India. They introduced the baguette and the croissant. Their influence can still be seen in the local bakeries of former French territories. They helped popularize flaky pastry that became the vegetable puff, a beloved Indian snack. This influence was less about a single ingredient and more about a certain finesse, a way of creating lighter textures and more refined sauces. It was a quiet touch of elegance, a whisper of European technique absorbed and adapted by local cooks. Then came the British. A revolution in a cup. The British were obsessed with tea, importing it from China. Looking back, it is clear that the story of Indian food is a story of constant evolution. Colonialism was one of its most powerful catalysts. It was not a simple process of replacement, but a complex and often unequal exchange. The colonial powers did not just introduce new ingredients, they fundamentally altered agriculture, trade, and even the social customs surrounding food. The large-scale cultivation of cash crops, tea, sugar cane, reshaped landscapes and economies, often at the expense of local food security. This history is layered and complicated, just like the flavors in a well-made curry. The plate in front of us is a delicious and sometimes difficult history lesson. The genius of Indian cuisine is its incredible power of absorption and adaptation. We took the Portuguese chili and made it the soul of our spice blends. We took the British habit of tea and transformed it into the iconic masala chai. We took the Mughal love for rich gravies and made it the heart of our celebration feasts. We did not just borrow, we adopted, we innovated, we integrated these foreign elements so deeply that they now feel as if they have been ours forever. This culinary alchemy is a testament to the creativity and resilience of generations of Indian cooks who navigated a changing world from their own kitchens. Today, when you sit down to an Indian meal, you are tasting centuries of this history. The potato in your samosa tells a story of South American origins and Portuguese trade routes. The tomato in your paneer butter masala speaks of European explorers and its gradual acceptance into our diet. The naan you use to scoop it all up carries echoes of Central Asian plains and Mughal courts. Our food is a living museum, a delicious archive of our global encounters. It is the story of how a culture can absorb powerful outside influences without losing its core identity.